you know, feeling happy, being happy, loving life. It's all a choice that you make in each and every moment. So choose love and joy. I have a quick question for you. What would your life be like if you had only amazing relationships in your life? In other words, the ones that make you feel good, that nourish you, that leave you feeling supported, honored, and happy. It can be yours. That can be the way you live your life. It's a choice. And to get you started down that path, I created a basic checklist just to get you started. So if you look down in the show notes, you'll find the links to a very simple guide, and you'll know how to live amazing and only amazing relationships. So yesterday I was having my teeth cleaned, and that's not normally something you think of as a real fun time, but it was all I could do to stop from laughing out loud, which would have been tricky since the hygienist's fingers were in my mouth, right? Anyway, here's what happened. First of all, it was raining a whole lot, but when you smile with your whole body, that doesn't faze you. And I go in and I'm looking out the window because it's very clever arrangement of furniture so that you're looking out the window on a decent scene. And right outside the window, there was this cute little kind of a trailer, an old-fashioned kind of little trailer you'd pull along behind your car with a big welcome sign and like happy pictures and paintings on it. I thought, that's cute. Did I just miss it, or is that new? And she said, no, that's new. Turns out it's a birdhouse. So over time, and it's pretty new being there, the person getting their teeth cleaned just may get to see some birds flying around. So I thought that was really clever and really pleasant, but that's not what had me laughing. While my teeth were being polished, after they're cleaned, the device going all around my mouth, it's humming, it's just all of these funny sounds. And I'm somebody who really tunes in to the environment, to the sounds in my environment. Probably comes from raising a percussionist child, because I learned to listen to all the sounds in the world. And you know what? The world is full of fantastic sounds. And in my opinion, the more you use your listening skills, the more highly developed they become. So I hear all kinds of things other people don't hear. Don't ever try to whisper if I'm within hundreds of feet of you, because I will hear you. So, as I said, I had to stop myself from laughing. Now, that's not the first amazing experience I had in that particular dental office. So after that, my TMJ was out, and it's been out in a really long, painful way. Now, that's one of my specialties. And I spent 5 hours energetically working to put it back in. Boy, I cleared out a whole lot of energy blocks, but my TMJ was still blocked. It normally only takes me 3 hours. Somebody walks into my space and they're just clicking. 3 hours later, they walk out. Everything's silent, comfortable, and working. So I was pretty darn frustrated when I couldn't get it to clear myself, which I know the universe is trying to tell me something. I don't know what just yet. And I guess I'm going to need to figure that out for it to clear. So what was happening after my teeth were clean, the dentist, that's one thing he does, is he puts TMJs back in place. And he just basically has you lean back against them, and he puts his hands and he does this shaking in such a way, with his hands placed in such a way that people's jaws just go back. Now, I'd never experienced that before, and I thought that was really cool. And he's a holistic dentist, so he wasn't going to prescribe unnecessary procedures. So he did it, and he says, "It's better now." I said, "No, it's not." So he does it again, and it's like I was shaking, shaking. Is it better now? It wasn't. He said, he looked at me, he was so puzzled. He said, wow, that always works. So I was disappointed, recognizing there's something the universe wants me to know that I haven't figured out yet. But he left me with the parting words: apply heat, see if you can get it to relax. Okay, so I left, and it's just a pleasant experience. When you go to a holistic dentist and they have a really lovely hygienist who's highly skilled, and you know that because I've seen this before. They have this golden, I don't know what you call it, a tooth scaler thing. Anyway, they have that award. And this is a dentist who writes books on dental health because that impacts your entire body, in case you don't know that. And always has all these handouts. So I collected some handouts. Then I went in my car and I brought along my breakfast. And it was lunchtime, so I had it. And like, this isn't really interesting to you, is it? Here's what was interesting. I went to the biggest health food store in the area. It's not anywhere close to what I had in Idaho, but I live in New York now, and Idaho's too darn far to go shopping. So I went in there, and I had forgotten my shopping list, but I knew what was on it. I got everything on my shopping list. And then the universe said, go over here and see what's here. So I go over where the special meats and the fish, and it's all grass-fed stuff, and it's all safe for you stuff. And I see something I've never seen there before. Okay, it might not excite you, but it usually excites me. There was grass-fed beef liver. Now, I was out of my grass-fed beef liver, so seeing it there was like, wow, if I had put out a conscious message asking for something, it would have been this. And you know what? It was a subconscious message I had put out. So I bought that. I also wanted to have a steak, and they had a few different brands of 100% grass-fed steaks, different cuts that I really wanted. So I was really, really pleased that the universe allowed me to have that. The other cool thing that happened was I always shop early in the morning. Like, I'm usually at the store at 7 a.m., but that didn't work for the timing. So I drove up there. It was, I don't know, somewhere between noon and 1. I don't usually shop at that time of day. There are a whole bunch of stores, including a Barnes and Noble. Isn't that cool? In this mall, shopping mall plaza area. And the parking lot was packed. I have never, ever, ever experienced a packed parking lot. I always just drive right up, and there's a space right in front of the entrance that I want. Well, that didn't happen yesterday. I didn't really think anything of it because I was in a really good mood anyhow. So I waited, and the universe said, go down here. And I went down there, and sure enough, there was a car coming out. It was way at the other end of the mall. Oh, that's okay, because it doesn't hurt to walk a few extra feet. Unfortunately, it was a little challenging because going back, I had 3 heavy bags of food. Anyway, I was able to get some to the car because I'm pretty strong. So I found it very, very revealing that being in this super good mood told me where to go in the store so I could get stuff they never carried before, but I really wanted. And I got absolutely everything that I got on my shopping list and on my I really want this today list also. So I got to go home with all these things. And as I drove up to the house, it wasn't raining, so I got everything in. So what's my point? My point is whatever mood that you're choosing to be in, because it is a choice, you're putting that out to the universe, and the universe gives out, sends back to you whatever you put out. So if you think your day's coming out crummy, just stop and notice you're putting out some pretty crummy, low frequency vibrations. You can choose to come from your heart and love, and that will immediately raise your vibrations. Just a throwback from a year ago. The first time I had my teeth cleaned at this new dentist, because man, there are a whole lot of dentists calling themselves holistic, and they aren't. So I found a real honest to goodness on having my teeth cleaned. It's like I got really high. And the reason I got really high was the stem cell patches that I'd been using. I had just been using them a few weeks, and stem cells grow back things that your body stops growing as you get older. And I got nerve regeneration. I couldn't feel this side of my mouth, much of this side of my face for 10 years. And I'm sitting there getting my teeth clean. It's like, wow, I'm feeling everything. So I was high and I was joyful. And I guess the hygienist might have thought I was kind of whacked out because I'm happy about getting my teeth clean. I'm happy because I feel the stuff that needs to be rinsed out of my mouth. You know, feeling happy, being happy, loving life is all a choice that you make in each and every moment. So choose love and joy. Thank you for joining me here today in this episode of Let's Get Metaphysical, connecting heart and mind. And remember to enjoy every moment. That's capital I-N, capital J-O-Y. Because nothing happens out there. It all happens within you. And I will see you here next time.